friends, today I'm going to show you my whole Victoria Schwab collection. On the 11th, I had my 6th booktube anniversary, which is honestly unbelievable to me. When I started it, I knew I was going to do it for a long time because I like to stick with things, but I honestly did not imagine that 6 years later I would still be here and making regular videos. That is honestly just wild to me, and I am just so thankful for every one of you. I love making videos and I love editing videos and I love YouTube, but without people, you know, watching and commenting regularly, I definitely would not be here. So, you know, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. The fact that I'm still here after 6 years is definitely not just because of me, but because of you as well. And so I very much appreciate that. And I thought to kind of celebrate, I would show you my whole Victoria Schwab collection today. As you can see, this shelf is empty. And this has been requested by a couple of people, and I am moving. Actually, this is really like, God, so many things are coming together. By the time you're watching this, I'm actually leaving this flat, and you will see this background for a couple of more videos because I just decided that I would pre-film quite a lot simply because that just made things much more relaxed and easy for me. But as of today, I am no longer in this flat. And so first off, a lot of these books I collected while I was here. So in a strange way, they also mean a lot to me because I very much connect them to the time here. And then also a lot of these books will probably just be in boxes for a couple of months. I don't really know yet what my situation is gonna be like bookshelf wise. Maybe I'll have space for them, but these are like the first one to go into boxes simply because they are duplicates. So I just wanted to make sure that I show you all of them today. I don't wanna do like a big ass disclaimer, but I do think I have to say a couple of words. Please don't feel like you need a big collection to be a fan of an author. You don't have to own any books by this author to be a fan. If you enjoy their work, then you are a fan. If you want to call yourself a fan, then you are a fan. You don't have to own many books. I am not doing this to brag or to make anybody else feel bad. I'm doing this because it has been requested and because I love my collection. Obviously, it makes me happy. It sparks joy. And so I'm really excited to share it, but I just want people to know that this is not me bragging or anything like that. I just really wanted to share it with you, and as I said, a couple of people requested it and I thought it was kind of a fun idea. Let's get going. I've decided to go from middle grade to adult, so kind of just go through the age groups. I thought that was the easiest way. I didn't want to like do it like ranked or, oh god, I don't even know. So I'm just gonna go through like each group. So let's start with middle grade. Obviously, I own the US hardcover of City of Ghosts. I love this edition because it has the cat on the naked hardback. I'm honestly not the biggest fan of the cover, but when I saw the naked hardback, I kind of was just like, oh, I want to get it. And then I obviously have the UK paperback. This cover I like much more, but you know, it's a paperback and I love hardcovers. So that's that. This was, you know, this is obviously pretty easy and pretty quickly. Let me continue with this Savage Song, or like Monsters of Verity. So I obviously have the hardcover of this Savage Song and Our Dark Duet. These are the US hardcovers. I freaking love these covers. I think these covers are absolutely gorgeous, and as someone who like is very much into music and who loves music, it just makes me very happy to have this represented like that on the covers. Then I have the UK paperback. Now, this is the one book that I don't have with me here. I have that at my parents' house. I own the UK paperback of Our Dark Duet as well. I got that one early, and this one I just recently bought to kind of, you know, have a complete set of this duology in the UK paperbacks as well. This cover, Forever and Ever, will remind me of Twilight. And honestly, initially, I didn't love these covers, but now, I don't know, something has changed. Now I really love them. Maybe it must have been when the Our Dark Duet cover came out. I was like, oh, that one's gorgeous. And then I think I fell in love with this one too. But it still always reminds me of Twilight. And then I have the German translation of this Savage Song. The German translation of Our Dark Duet comes out sometime this year, I'm pretty sure. So this is another set that I'm going to complete. But this is an absolutely gorgeous cover. I love this cover so much. I mean, just look at it. It doesn't seem like a lot, but just, oh, it makes me so happy. And yeah, the title is Monsters of Verity. And then underneath it says Dieses wilde Lied, which basically just translates to this Savage Savage song. Then I have the Near Witch. Oh, I'm so excited about this one because obviously the new edition of the Near Witch just came out. I have the original hardcover. I'm not gonna lie, I feel very happy that I own this. I don't want to attach like too many special feelings about the books apart from the content, but this, I'm not gonna lie, this I do kind of feel special about, and I hate it. I hate that I do, but just the fact that this is a hardcover that is out of print, and I've been owning it for such a long while, and it's signed. Obviously, I let Victoria sign it when I met her. I don't know, this just makes me feel emotional, I guess, because especially then looking at this, the new edition of the Near Witch that was just re-released, oh my god, I'm gonna cry just seeing how far she has come, and the fact that the Near Witch, I mean, I should have known that I was gonna cry, but the fact that the Near Witch hit the New York Times bestseller list, a re-release of her debut, and then it was on there for 2 weeks even. I don't know, that just gives me a lot of feels, and I think that's why this is so special to me, because it's the physical proof of how far she has come. I can't. Okay, ooh, wow. Let's move on with The Archived. The Archived is my second favorite series by her, and The Archived is the very first book that I read by Victoria Schwab, so obviously means quite a lot to me as well. Let's start again with the US hardcovers. Obviously The Archive, which I'm pretty sure this hardcover is also out of print, and then The Unbound. I don't know, maybe they're both out of print, I don't really know. I love these so much. I have The Archived signed and personalized. I mean, a lot of the original, like all of the original US hardcovers that I owned by the time I met her are signed, but The Archived is one of the 3 ones that I decided to get personalized. And then I have this is the German edition of The Archived. They never released the German edition of The Unbound, so I'm guessing this just didn't really sell well, but I love this cover a lot, and the title is Das Mädchen, das Geschichten fängt, which translates to The Girl That Catches Histories, which I love that title so much. I think that is one of the few title translations that I love. So yeah, I don't think I've got this one. This one I got after I met her, so I never got this signed, but definitely something that I'll get signed eventually. And then I have The Dark Vault. This is the bind-up of The Archived and The Unbound, and also has the short story in there, which is a fucking amazing short story. This is another one where it just made me incredibly happy that it got re-released, and this is the US edition. Love this cover. And then I also have the UK edition, which this was actually the first time that the Archived and The Unbound got published in the UK, so that was obviously extra exciting, and I love that it fits the general Victoria Schwab aesthetic. Okay, that's it when it comes to the YA stuff. I'm gonna just continue quickly with graphic novels just because there's only 2. So I obviously have the Steel Prince volume, and then I also have the first issue with this cover. The issues all have different covers, and they are shown in here as well. I initially wanted to get at least 2 covers of every issue, but then shipping cost so much that I was just like, no, thank you. And I'm gonna tell you quite honestly, now that I've read the volume and didn't really love it as much as I hoped I would, I'm really glad that I didn't decide to get like 8 issues, you know. I love collecting these books, and it is something very special to me, but I don't need everything, you know, and this is one of those cases where I'm like, I really don't need all of the different covers. Let me continue with Vicious and Vengeful, because obviously Shades of Magic is my biggest collection, and obviously also my favorite series, so I think we should save that for last. Okay, this is the original US hardcover that I must have bought this in 2014. Yeah, I bought this in 2014 after I had read The Archived and The Unbound. I'm pretty sure this was also out of print already when they re-released the book, but I'm not 100% sure. And then I also have, oh my god, where is it? Oh, here it is. And then I have, okay, let me just compare the 2. So as you can see, it's the same cover, but it's a taller hardcover. This was very kindly sent to me by Melanie from Mel to the Any. This is some strange edition that has nothing on the naked spine, and apparently this is like an edition that just a few are even in the world. Not even gonna lie, I cannot wait to bring this to a signing and talk to Victoria about this, like what is up with this edition. But obviously the fact that it's like, you know, a special edition simply because it's a weird edition makes me very special to have it in my collection. Usually I say that I don't buy, like I buy obviously multiple editions of her books and her series, but I usually say that if they have like the exact same cover, then I'm not gonna buy it. It has to be like an international edition with a different cover, or you know, like a special edition or something like that. But this is obviously something different. First of all, it was gifted to me, which obviously means a lot to me, but then also it's a special edition even though it has the same cover. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just extra like that, and I just love that Melanie supports me in being extra like that. And then I obviously have the new edition of Vicious, the new US hardcover, and also the new US hardcover of Vengeful. These are gorgeous. I love them together. Oh, the skull, just every time I'm like, love it. And I love that they just fitted these to her kind of aesthetic. And then I have the UK hardcover of Vicious and Vengeful. These, I'm gonna show you them a little bit closer because they have something on the naked hardcover. This one as well. I love these. These are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then I also have these in the Illumicrate special editions. I was so excited that they brought out the Vicious edition. There, I got the Vengeful edition in the Illumicrate box that they had. The, what was it called? I keep forgetting. Magic and Mayhem. In the Magic and Mayhem box, this was in there. This is a signed edition. And then they knew that people are obsessed and wanted matching sets, so they released Vicious as well, which is also signed. I mean, I have a lot of these signed, as I said, but this kind of feels like I should show you because it wasn't me who got them signed, but they already came like this. And finally, let's get into my Shades of Magic stack. Now, let me start with, again, the original US hardcovers. This is A Dark Shade of Magic. As you can see, quite a lot of tabs. I am gonna get rid of these tabs soonish because they keep falling off, and like, I think one actually just fell. But yeah, they just, you know, I keep finding tabs everywhere whenever I take one of these from the shelf. I have A Gathering of Shadows, and I have A Conjuring of Light. These do feel special to me because when I got these books signed, Victoria was so happy about all of the tabs. I have a vlog of when I met her, by the way, in case you're interested. I got this one personalized as well, but it is time for them to go, especially because when I reread the books last year, well, the first two books, I read the UK paperbacks and I annotated them. So I have everything that I need inside of these books, and the tabs were a lot for the theory videos that I did as well. And so I just feel like I no longer need them, and they look cool if you look at them like that, but if you like want to display them on the bookshelf, they don't look that cool. So yeah, I don't know. One day I'll get rid of them. UK paperback of A Gathering of Shadows. This is also annotated. And then I also have the UK paperback of A Conjuring of Light, which is not yet annotated because I don't want to go through this pain again. This edition of A Gathering of Shadows I actually did not buy myself, but this was kindly sent to me by my friends Amy and Laura. They met, oh my god, when was this? They met Victoria in, it must have been 2016, the year that A Gathering of Shadows came out. They got this signed for me and personalized. Will always mean a lot to me. And the other two editions I bought used, actually, so that's quite cool. But yeah, obviously, like, that's the first signed Victoria Schwab book that I got, and on top of that it's personalized, and like, you know, it was like signed for me. Like, they were like, this is for our friend, and I have lovely friends is what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'm a little bit overwhelmed, but we're almost done, okay? Let me show you the box set. Now, this is where this was the first time that I bought editions of the books that had the same cover. The reason was because there's a map. Well, first of all, I think this box set is absolutely gorgeous. Just the design of this box set and the fact that one of the covers always stands out. I love this. It makes me so happy. Okay, I also love the spines, not even gonna lie. I think it also would have been different if the spines were also just white, but I love that the spines have these 3 colors. And then I showed this map before, but just for the sake of this video, here is a map of the 4 Londons. So yeah, again, these are the same covers as the US hardcovers. So technically I did go against my rules there, but I did have my reasons. You know, they smell still like completely new books, and honestly, these are obviously editions that I am like tabbing and loving and rereading and rereading and rereading. These are probably just gonna be like my collector editions, almost on top of the actual collector's editions, and forever just gonna stay in this box set unread because. Just because. Okay, then let me go on with the rest of the US editions. I have the collector's edition of A Gathering of Shadows and the collector's edition of A Darker Shade of Magic and the collector's edition of A Gathering of Shadows, which just came out. This is A Darker Shade of Magic, has this beautiful Astravaz, and then A Gathering of Shadows has beautiful Stas Rescon. I know that A Conjuring of Light is gonna have a nosh on it, and I am excited to see what kind of design Creanie comes up with, who has done both of these. And they have like short stories, they have a glossary. This one has an interview between Victoria and Miriam, her editor, and it has like fan art, it has a ribbon. These are like proper amazing special editions. I'm so glad. And I know someone complained about the fact that A Gathering of Shadows has a red spine and A Darker Shade of Magic has a black spine, but I'm like, I love this. This makes me so happy. I hope A Conjuring of Light has a white spine. Only 2 more editions left, my friends. We're almost done. I'm exhausted too, so. I have the German set of Shades of Magic. I absolutely love that this whole trilogy is out in German. It makes me very, very happy. And one day I will read them. I have planned, or at least the first one, to kind of get a feeling for the translation. But these are much bigger than the originals. The first one is Vier Farben der Magie, which translates to 4 colors of magic. Then the second one is Die Verzauberung der Schatten, which translates to an enchantment of shadows, I would say. I like the translation. I generally like these translations a lot. And the final one is Die Beschwörung des Lichts, which translates to The Conjuring of Light. That's the only difference. Other than that, it does translate word for word. Again, love these editions. Love that they stuck with these color scheme. Love the titles. I think that they are very, very well translated. Just very, very happy with these editions. Finally, I have the French editions of Shades of Magic. The first one is Shades of Magic. Love this design, love the inside design as well. The second one is Shades of Shadow. These are even longer than the German editions. Ugh, fucking beautiful. And finally, Shades of Light. I love these titles as well. Don't know why they didn't go with French titles, but it is what it is. I know a little bit of French, but I could probably not read through these. I will probably end up getting a lot more of the foreign editions of Shades of Magic, specifically because it is one of my favorite series of all time, and they have only gorgeous covers. It is unfair how many gorgeous covers there are for this series, so there will probably be a couple of editions that I will own one day where I don't know the language at all. And that is fine by me. Okay, I am exhausted, but this was great and I love looking at my collection. I hope you enjoyed this too. If you made it this far, I hope that you, again, know that this is just something that I like to do and that makes me feel happy and sparks joy, but that it's nothing that you have to do in any capacity to feel like you're an actual fan of something. So, that's just what I do. Of any of these books, what's your favorite edition, even outside of the ones that I own? I know, as I said, there's so many fucking amazing editions. And if you're from a foreign country, then let me know where you're from and if any of these books have been translated into your language and if you like the covers, I don't know, like something specific like that, I would love to know. And yeah, I make new videos every Wednesday and Sunday with occasional reviews on Friday, so click subscribe to never miss anything and hit the little bell so you get notified as well. And thank you so much for watching. I guess I'll see you soon. Bye!